and it's easy to look at because it should be exactly half of what you have, so it's easy to figure.
So the heat and air is in this 18,481 number?
Yes.
Okay, it came out of that instead of,
Should come out of repairs.
yeah. Yeah, cause we had 6,000 left in that one to help cover that. Of course, that gets that down to less than 2.
See, I think I would change that to the heat and air unit. Cause that line on 301 community just was for the remodeling of it.
I was questioning Keisha the other day about what was happening. Of course, this is getting out of the general fund. This one's in the sanitation enterprise fund. What was happening there with the salaries, because I didn't know if it's because we were using the full-time people or exactly how that was working there, but that was on page 7, 110 under expenses.
Well, I think when we started the budget, when the part-time guy driving the truck, and now we've got full-time employees riding the truck and driving
let's
it,
see,
so.
in July when we started, Jackie was still here, Thomas was here, Aaron was here. So all this has happened since July. So yeah, that's what my thinking was. We got all these full-time people riding it, and we got all the benefits that's coming out. Cause I mean, look at the overtime salaries for it too. I'm looking at the wrong line. Sorry. The Social Security and all of that, but the medical expenses is all looking good. It's just the salary.
I remember, didn't I ask Meredith about that the other day?
We had Billy was being paid out of that, and also Bradley was before he quit, and then JR. But now the only person being paid out of sanitation is JR.
Yeah.
So we actually had 3 people being paid out of sanitation.
Bradley started, well, some of them started part-time.
Right.
Riding the garbage truck, and then and they were coming out of sanitation. See if I'm right on this. Which their salary wouldn't be as much. All right, then those particular employees that was working part-time was hired full-time. She kept paying them all out of sanitation instead of putting them over in another department.
Okay.
But I think she's fixed that now, hasn't
Yes.
she? Yeah. We had 3 full-time employees coming out of sanitation. There only should have been 1.
No wonder it's broke.
When we budgeted, we only budgeted 1 full-time. We won't name names because it don't matter, but we're bodies, a payroll check.
If you turn the page over to page 8 on the December schedule, I don't know how that one looks compared to it. The drug testing and medical expenses is pretty top heavy on that one. Only got 600 left. We don't have anything left. We're 600 in the hole.
Sanitation's definitely gonna have to have some amendments because, you know, your year-to-date is only 4,000 less than what we've got budgeted, so when you're on sanitation, what you were talking about.
And they're got the truck in the in the shop now for some heavy duty repairs, so. See how that works out for us, and Aaron was actually wanting to go ahead, because we had the money appropriated for that hopper, unit that would empty the hoppers, and his guys didn't have to worry about trying to hurt their back. He was wanting to go ahead and have that installed. He's got $7,000 there to do that with.
Oh, Keisha, I think under street, look at your year-to-date spent is only 20,707, but yet the dump truck was 80,000. I don't think the formula's right there.
It may not be.
See that? Under streets, go to your total. 20,000 and the dump truck. Right here. Well, you don't have zeros there. On this one that she gave us tonight, it's got 80,000 out of line item 928.
So what kind of balance are you showing for?
See there, you've got 2707 showing spent, but yet there's an $80,000 figure there.
Yeah,
But you got zero.
Yeah, mine shows zero, so.
Cause his is December,
Yeah.
and the truck was
Oh,
paid
yours
in
is December,
Yeah.
that's
January.
right.
Like I said, that money wasn't really there to,
When we council approve it, we should also approve amending the line item that it's gonna be paid out of.
well, and David, if I remember right, David's motion was to pay it out of the 109,000 extra that we had. So it's, you know, but we never done an amendment to.
We should have done the amendment then. Moving
Right.
forward, we need to do that.
Right.
But like I said, in the past, we've always waited till the last,
Mm-hmm.
he's always done it for us.
Well, they've really tagged us on this one. Under street aid, the signage, I'm guessing that the reason that one is, as low as it is because we purchased to keep our city clean signs. And, we might need to look at dressing that one up a little bit. I don't know that you have until you, do the amendment and get that $50,000 back, back from general fund, or ever how you're gonna work it out there, is, probably not gonna have much money there.
What do you mean by that? I'm not following you.
Okay.
You take $109,000 and
No,
take the 40.
I'm saying if she wrote the check out of street aid for the extra $50,000, there can't be much money in here for everything else,
Right.
so.
But if she changed that and took it out of street and we did
If
a
she
line
ta-
item in general,
Mhm.
then it would take care of that.
Right, she's gonna have to put it back into the general fund, and
Right.
then take the general fund, and put the refund back, street aid.
The money's there, we just gotta get it appropriated right.
Yep.
It's snowing in town.
I don't know. I gotta get down the ridge.
You need to go.
I don't think it's gonna start till about 11. I ain't caught looking for it.
Don, if you need to go,
Oh, go ahead.
this is all we've got.
I wouldn't miss it for the world.
I'm just excited to
I don't
be
got to
here.
work,
In for a penny, in for a pound.
Well, on the 109,000 in general fund, if we take the excess money that we need for the dump truck, which is 46,852, that's gonna leave 52,927 of that 109 that hasn't been,
We didn't buy anything else out of that?
Okay, go ahead and take your community room remodel, subtract that from it. What we're gonna need as far as, getting the police department back right side up. If you wanna do that, I guess you have to.
No,
well, if we see that the public buildings is not gonna be over their total, we wouldn't have to. Refresh my memory again on the public buildings, the environmental service. What that $5,200 was for.
Is that where the emissions test? Is it?
We don't have to pay anything on the emissions
That's
test.
right.
It was something that Kelly brought forward saying that it was gonna be required, but I don't, do you remember what it was, Jerry?
Which one are you talking about there?
Line item 968 under public buildings
968.
for $5,200.
Only thing I could think of the environmental services, if we was gonna have to have it mediated for asbestos or whatever.
But we didn't have to do that.
And this,
Now, 912 Park Street, is my understanding that a storm hit that building a few years ago and damaged the roof, and that roof was never repaired. So,
Was that mold thing they did, was there something they had to do to it?
I don't know if it was, no, 912 building,
Yeah.
back behind us. I just remember TML paid out the, this is what I was told, TML paid the amount to the city to cover the repair, and then the repair was not taken care of. So when the TML came back last year to do their inspection, they questioned it. And as far as I know, that repair has still not been done. So,
Mr.
I know
Coons mentioned that to me.
Mr. Coon said that he'd be glad to repair it, but he wanted to be paid for doing the repair because the city had been paid for it, or the city can pay for the repair, so. But if it's actually leaking, and somebody told me the other day that, that was frequent in building lots, that when they were sitting in there for the, functions, that water did drip on it, so.
So we got a proposal, we've heard a lot of numbers.
Well,
I'm kinda lost myself.
okay,
with
just
it.
how do you wanna do it? Keisha and I can get together and bring the numbers up and bring the budget amendment to the, for first reading. And, we need to bring everything up that we can bring up, and if we need to move numbers around in the enterprise fund to do that, of course, with the enterprise fund, basically you go to your reserves and pull it out of your reserves, so, try to make the numbers balance before the end of the year. Anything that's left in it still goes into the fund balance anyway, so it's not like you're losing anything, you're just, for lack of a better word, manipulating the paperwork, which is, that's what we've gotta do. But I mean, while we're looking at these things, you had, two folks come, forward tonight. One asked for a donation for the seniors to help get them going. You could look at that, and then, they were asking about the parks, if you need to appropriate some more for parks to do updates there. And they've got the $22,056.77. I'd like to put enough with that to at least get a teeter totter put in for this spring. So, but that's just depending on if we make that 109,000 go that far. But anything that's left out of it will go into the reserve accounts or general fund. And we may have to put in a call to Mr. Poole to ask him exactly how we need to do on the dump truck.
Yes, I did.
I know
talk to
he
him
was,
today.
I know he was consulted when we done it originally, so. So if y'all wanna look at your budget, or the financial statements and get back with me and Keisha sometime before next Thursday, we'll try to have a budget amendment put together for you to review. Anything else?
Got 4 minutes.
Drive safe.
In the snow.
Go.
Too much more.
I'm drinking.
Oh, we didn't, we had
I
to
wouldn't
all
want
try
to
to get out.
do it, not snow.
There's a resolution.